Hello everyone, welcome to my class. In our today's class, we will study the world of accounting, and our today's topic will be a cash book. As you all know that we make so many journal entries and we do so many transactions. But if a business is very big, it is not possible to see all the journal entries in one register. That is why a business have to maintain books, and we call those books subsidiary books, or we can also say we call those books a day book. And one such amazing book is called a cash book. So without wasting time, let's start understanding what is a cash book. But before we move further, let's see what we are going to discuss today. So dear students, we will discuss two amazing things today. One is what is our cash book, and one is how to draw a proforma or a format of cash book. While learning what is a cash book, I will teach you what are the amazing characteristics of a cash book that you should never miss while studying about a cash book. So we'll start with understanding what is a cash book, and we'll learn our first point today, that is what is a cash book. Is that cash book is a physical book or it's a online book. Now the point is that you can touch this book, you can feel this book, it is available just like your ordinary copies and notebooks in your house or your home, or it can be online book because it can also make it in a software or in an application as well. Now, the second point is a very crucial point which says that a cash book is a book. Yes, we studied. It's a physical book or it's an online book, but a cash book only and only shows transactions which are cash in nature. You can never show in a cash book the transactions which are credit in nature. One side of cash book is called the receipt, and one it also deals with is the payments. Now the next point is very much crucial. A cash book is a special journal. As in the beginning of our lesson I told you that a cash book is made when business have so many transactions. It means it is a journal entry. It is a part of journal, but it is a special type of journal which is made by business in special situations. So it is cash book is a special journal. It is a part of the process of journalizing. Okay. Now I also told you in the starting that cash book, because it's a special journal, we have to make special journals in a book called subsidiary book. So cash book is a subsidiary book, and also we called it a day book. Now the amazing point about cash book is that a cash book can be written in cash balance, and you can also write in cash book a bank balance. Generally, a cash book is very vital for the business because you have to see cash on every single day basis, because cash is required for daily operation of business. A cash book is that's why made on regular intervals, and generally it is said that cash book is made on a monthly basis. You know, we can write cash transactions when we start making journal entries. We can write cash transaction by making a separate account of cash account, and it means we can make a ledger of cash as well. But when a business is maintaining cash book, it is compulsory for the business that it should post all the cash transactions in only and only the cash book. There is no need to post cash transaction in journal or in the ledger. Now one more amazing fact about cash book is that a cash book is of two types. One is it is a single column cash book, and one it is a double column cash book. Remember, a single column cash book has only one column, and a double sided cash book has two columns. Now, if we just recall our past knowledge, we can find out this thing that cash book has two columns, then it must be one cash column and one must be the bank column. But if it is a single column cash book, it will be having only one column. Either it can be a cash column or either it can be a bank column. There's one thing of which we have to remember always is that a cash book has two sides. One is its left side, one is the right side. The left side is known as the debit side, the right side is known as the credit side. The debit side always shows receipts, and they can be in the form of cash or some money in the bank, we can say check. And the credit side is known as the payment side, as we discussed, and it has either the money of cash in the cash column, or either it can have the money of bank in the bank column. Remember that a cash book is always written in a chronological order. It means dates are very crucial. You must maintain the order of dates in cash book. Remember that in a business, usually a cashier maintain a cash book. Now, as we all know, that we never write transaction without proof or evidences. So, cash book also write things with proofs or evidences. Things like bills, invoices, and receipts, they act as a source document to write transactions in a cash book. Remember, a cash book always shows a debit balance. Now, this question is of very vital importance. Why? Because cash book always shows a debit balance because you cannot pay somebody more than how much you have. So, a cash book, when you maintain cash book, you have to keep in mind that you can never pay someone more than the cash you have. So, a cash book generally have a debit balance. It always persists on a debit balance. Now, one more interesting question comes in our mind is that cash book, when we balance a cash book, where does that balance goes? That balance goes in the balance sheet. But in which head? The head that we will choose in cash book balance sheet, right, is that we will put it under the heading of cash and cash equivalent in the heading of current assets in the balance sheet. As we know that in a balance sheet we have two heads in the asset side, one is the current assets, one is the non-current assets. So we will choose current assets and we'll put the balance of cash book or the cash balance in the heading of cash and cash equivalent in the current assets. Now one example we have given is how would we treat a transaction in the debit or credit in the cash book, right? Now, for example, we receive cash from Rahul. So, what we will do is that in the cash book, because cash book is being debited with the name of Rahul, so Rahul will come on the debit side. And because Rahul is a creditor, so when we start making a ledger, we will make a account of Rahul and we will write on the credit side of Rahul that Rahul has been credited with the name cash. Now, let's see how to make the format or proforma of a cash book. Dear students, we always start cash book with the date. As you know, we always write dates in chronological order. The next column starts with the particular. Particular stands for whatever the accounts we are going to put that are going to affect the cash or the bank balance. So, in particular, we write down the transactions. The third column we have is ledger folio number. It is a reference to see this thing that whatever the accounts that are shown in the cash book, where those accounts will be written in the ledger. So when we start making ledger, we have to put their numbers in cash book ledger folio number column. Now the next column we have is cash. If you have cash transactions, write in the cash column. If you have any bank transaction, you can write in the bank column. And you know very well that when cash and bank both comes together, it becomes a double-sided cash book or a double column cash book. Now we have the same thing followed on the right side. We will write the date in chronological order. We will write down the particulars of the transactions, the name of the transaction, the accounts which are being affecting the cash or the bank balance. Now the third thing, we same write down the ledger folio number to refer where the account lies in the ledger. Then next we will write down the cash. Then next we will write down the bank. So we can see it is a beautiful double column cash book in which we have two columns, cash and bank. So dear students, what we learned today is that what is a cash book, and we learned its amazing characteristics which are very vital. And one more thing is that how we can draw a cash book proforma or its format, and we have seen that there are 10 columns, 5 on the left and 5 on the right of a cash book. So thank you so much for listening to our lecture. Let's see you again in our next lecture. with amazing new one topic.